Scorpio, June 2025 is a turning point. New connections, deeper alignment, and a feeling that you can't shake. It's not random. This is your soul remembering. Hey Scorpio, I'm Lindsay and I'm a Western tropical zodiac astrologer, and I'm here to help transform your life by reminding you how energetically powerful you are. That typically does involve you releasing some of your limiting beliefs and reprogramming your subconscious mind so that you can manifest everything you desire in this lifetime. Scorpio, we're going to look at June 2025 general transits, and then I will open up the chart for you and I will take you week by week so you can kind of see how this month is going to unfold for you. And Scorpio, before we do all of that, I do want to remind you that it is up to you to be an active participant so you can actually manifest and create your dream reality. Astrology is an awareness tool. It helps us understand the energetic potentials that are swirling around in the sky. However, you must take action and use those potentials to your advantage if you want to transform your life. Mercury starts off in your 8th house this month, and with Mercury in the 8th house, you're very likely focused in on your own personal development. This is a time where you might want to go deep within your own psyche. You're trying to release and eliminate fears that are holding you back. And it's also a time where you might be focused in on joint resources or joint accounts that you share with another person, because the 8th house does involve those joint accounts, investments, things like that. So you might be looking at yours and your partner's account, yours and a business partner's account. Maybe you're looking at yours and another person's investments, settlements. And then on the 8th of the month, Mercury enters into your 9th house. And now you're very focused in on learning something. This is a house of higher learning, higher wisdom, higher knowledge and education, and not just learning, Scorpio, but sharing what you know far and wide. And so you might be compelled to enroll in university at this time. You might be compelled to start publishing a book or writing a book at this time. You might be compelled to jump online and start sharing your truth on some sort of social media platform at this time. It's also a powerful time, Scorpio, to look at your own personal life philosophy. Do you have beliefs that are in contradiction to the life you are trying to create? And if you do, Scorpio, it's a very powerful time to figure out what those beliefs are and start to release them and let them go so that you can step into your desired reality. Now, the 9th house also involves your dharma, what your soul came here to do. And so it might be at this time where you're getting some sort of downloads or messages, or you're seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities that keep pointing you in a specific direction around like your soul purpose. And so if that's you and you're receiving these messages, take them seriously and be a little bit curious and follow the path and see what happens. And then on the 26th, Mercury enters into your 10th house. And now you are very focused on your career. You are focused on your business if you own one, and you're focused on your social reputation, your personal legacy out in the world. Because Mercury is the energy of communication, you might be hearing good news from your boss. You might be having some good ideas or creating some plans or hearing something good about your business. And it's also, once again, a time where you might go viral on social media or something like that, because you've got the power of words behind you. And this 10th house is all about your personal legacy and people knowing who you are. You're off to a great start, Scorpio, so let's talk love and money. Well, Venus starts off in your 6th house. Your 6th house is your daily work and your daily health routines. You can kind of think of it as like a day in the life of. And with Venus in this 6th house, you are so magnetic. You are so charismatic. People are probably complimenting you when you're out and about running errands. Maybe somebody wants to buy you a coffee. You might run into somebody while you're running errands that wants to take you on a date. It's that type of energy because your charisma and your magnetism is just so turned on. It's also a time where you could be getting a raise or a promotion or hearing some good news about your work, your department, something like that, because it does involve your daily work routines as well. And lastly, it's a time where you're very healing. This is the energy of love in the house of healing. And so whether you're healing yourself or perhaps you're just exuding love so much that you're healing others that you come in contact with, it's a very beautiful energy to possess. Then on the 6th of the month, Venus enters into your 7th house of relationships. And this is where it's just so beautiful for the rest of the month. If you are single, you could meet somebody, it turns into a full-on relationship. If you are looking for a business partner, this is a time that might happen. If you're looking for a new bestie, same for that. This is a time specifically because you were just very charismatic in your day-to-day life. If you met somebody out and about and had your own little like meet cute, so to speak, and you went on a few dates, it could turn into like boyfriend, girlfriend, or partnership, couple status by the 8th of the month. It's gonna happen really quick and really fast. And if you are already in established relationships, it's a time where these relationships are really going to grow and evolve It's a time where you might feel more vulnerable and courageous to being open to sharing more about yourself within the relationship and really just deepening the connection you have with those intimate relationships that you are already in. It sounds great, but what about what you're going to do? Where are you taking action? What are you focused on from a physical perspective? Well, Mars starts off in your 10th house, once again, of career. You are ambitious, you are driven, you are focused. Mercury's up there helping you create the plan, and you are making moves. So once again, if you are in a career, you might be really focused in on bringing value to your company and showcasing that to your boss. If you are a business owner, you're very focused in from a physical perspective, from a passionate perspective in your business at this time. And if you're neither of those things, but you're working on building out maybe your social reputation in the world or personal legacy, you're laser focused in it. It's not just like a mental focus, it's like you're physically taking action toward building your career, toward building your business, toward building your social reputation in the world. Then on the 17th, Mars enters into your 11th house. And this is very much like leadership energy as it relates to networks that you belong to, as it relates to groups you belong to, as it relates to your friend group. This is like alpha type energy. You are moving and grooving. You're probably being invited to many different events and social gatherings, and this is a time where you're gonna be like bouncing all over the place perhaps. It's also a time where you're feeling very empowered with yourself, your authentic energy, and you're not afraid to showcase all of who you are. It's like you're taking the masks off, you are standing in your integrity, you are showing up as the same person no matter what the situation is, no matter which friend you're talking to, which group you're hanging out with. You are standing in your authentic energy, and it feels really good. It could also be a time where you decide to volunteer or do some sort of charity work, because the 11th house is focused in on humanitarian efforts. It's focused in on how you are going to individually impact the world in a better way, in a brighter way. And so you might feel compelled to volunteer at like Habitat for Humanity, maybe your local animal shelter, something along those lines. Scorpio, before we talk Jupiter, the planet of abundance and expansion, switching signs for the first time in a year, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you are a Scorpio or you have one in your life. Scorpio, on the 9th of June, Jupiter enters into your 9th house, and this is so powerful because Jupiter is at home in the 9th house. Jupiter, the energy of abundance and expansion, the ruler of Sagittarius. So very much at home here. This is you being very optimistic. This is you connecting with your dharma, your soul purpose. You finally feel like you know what you're here to do, and you're not afraid to do it. You have the empowerment, you have the confidence, the courage, the bravery to do the damn thing already, Scorpio. And this energy is hanging out for an entire year. It would not surprise me if you are able to share your wisdom and knowledge to a very broad audience, if that's what you're trying to do. This is you getting your book published and out to the world. This is you traveling distant to foreign countries, traveling abroad, connecting with people from abroad that will expand you in some way. This is also you opening up your mind, really releasing any of those final limiting beliefs that are holding you back from your dream reality. Over the next year, you could release them and be in a totally different frequency once again by the end of 2025. Scorpio, let's talk the moons really quickly and then we'll get on to the week by week. So there is a full moon happening for you in your 2nd house on the 11th of June. And remember, full moons are endings, they're culminations, they're one door closes so a better one can open. Or it's a time where you are kind of being shown something that might have been kind of lurking in the shadows before. If you think about a full moon, it's kind of like a flashlight shining down and illuminating something. So this energy is happening for you in your 2nd house of your worthiness, your gifts and your talents, and the money that you earn from your gifts and talents. So it could be that there's some switch ups as it relates to how you earn money at this time, Scorpio. It could be a time where you decide that you are worthy, period, because you are alive and you exist on this planet at this time. And it's like you're finally believing that, you've integrated that. It could be a time where you discover a hidden gift or talent you didn't know you had, because now all of a sudden there's a spotlight in this area of your gifts and talents. And if you discover that gift and talent and you cultivate it, you could actually receive more money in. Then on the 25th, there is a new moon happening in your 9th house. So once again, a new moon in your area of higher wisdom and knowledge, of higher education, of connecting with people from foreign lands, cultures, religions, of you opening up your mind and connecting to your soul mission. So if you have a dream or a desire around any of that, Scorpio, During this new moon on the 25th, it is time for you to put your hands on your hips, put your chest out, and declare to the universe, God, source, universe, creator, what it is you want. Say things like, I require, I insist, I command. Don't be afraid to declare and command to the universe what it is you desire in a very clear, concise way so that the universe knows what to deliver to you. All right, Scorpio, let's get going with your week by week. But before we do that, I just want to let you know that I am not a doom and gloom astrologer, which means I'm not going to give you many, if any, negative experiences in the rest of this video or in any of my videos for that matter. And this is because I understand the power of my thoughts and my words. And so if you were to be super impressionable and I said something quite negative, you might take that and then accidentally manifest it, which is not what I desire for you in this lifetime. So we are going to look at the horoscope in the most positive, high vibrational way. And if we come across any squares or oppositions, which we will, most of the time they are viewed as challenges, and I'd like you to reframe those to opportunities for your soul's growth and evolution. All right, let's dive in. I'm calling week one. Actually, before we do that, I'd like for you to look down at the bottom right-hand side of the screen. You'll see June 1st. I just circled in orange. And if you keep your eye down there, you'll see that the planets are moving on the wheel and the date is moving forward. So this is how we're going to kind of track the planets' progressions. So if I ever mention where the dates are, you can look down there in the bottom part of the screen. I have you up here in the camera. I have my computer screen right here, and I have my notes here. So I'll be bopping back and forth between them all, doing my best to look at you as often as possible. All right, so for the entire first week of June, I'm calling this the week of good vibes and positive transformation, June 1st to the 8th. And here is why. We will start off right here. We've got Saturn conjunct Neptune in your 6th house. We have this energy sextiling Pluto down here in your 4th house. So what does this mean? Well, Saturn conjunct Neptune is your ability to bring your dreams to life. Neptune, the planet of dreams and wishes, Saturn, the energy of your responsibility, your discipline, your emotional intelligence, your maturity. And this is all happening in your 6th house of your day-to-day life. So it's like maybe you have a dream day that you've been scripting out. With this energy in the sky, this is your potential opportunity to make it come to life, to truly manifest it. Now, remember, to manifest anything, Scorpio, you need to have your thoughts, your speech, your emotions, and your actions in alignment. And assuming that you keep that alignment for a long enough period of time, it will manifest, okay? So we have to look at this as a sextile, which is a harmonious aspect to Pluto down here in your 4th house. Now, Pluto, the 4th house of home, or sorry, Pluto, the energy of change, transformation, deep healing, regeneration, rebirth in your 4th house of home and family. So Scorpio, do you have a dream about your day-to-day life and as it relates to like your home, your physical home, your family, where you live, how your daily life goes, the work that you do in the world? This is 6th house energy as well. It's very powerful, and it's very likely that you can make your home, your family life, and your day-to-day life dreams come true. Now, keep an eye out down on this slider down here, and you can watch the dates. Look at this. It's going and going and going. And if you look down where I've circled, the planets are not moving. We're into July, and they're still kind of in the same spot. Well, this is because these planets are outer planets, so they're slow moving. So this is not going to be like a quick turn of events. It's going to kind of play out over time, but in June it really starts to kick off. So very exciting there, Scorpio, specifically if you've been looking to like change homes, build a family, change up your daily routine, something like that. All right, June 1st to the 5th, we have got Venus in Aries over here, Venus in Aries in your 6th house, sextile Mercury up here in your 8th house. So once again, Venus in the 6th house, this is the energy of you having really being charismatic in your day-to-day life. This is you loving the work that you do. This is you in a really strong health routine, feeling very healthy, perhaps healing other people. Venus, the energy of love in this house of service to others, 6th house, healing house. But it's in an harmonious aspect, a sextile to Mercury up in your 8th house. Now, this is the 8th house of your personal development, your personal empowerment. This is the 8th house of joint accounts and resources. And this is very strong manifesting power. We just talked about the manifesting formula: thoughts, speech, emotions, and actions in alignment. And you've got your thoughts and your speech here, Mercury in your 8th house of your personal empowerment, releasing your fears, understanding yourself at a very deep psychological level. Talking to your emotions, your love energy with Venus in the 6th. So this could play out where you're receiving good news about a joint account. Maybe you've discovered something about yourself that, sorry, let me finish up my thought there. You're receiving good news about a joint account, and in some way it's bringing a lot of value. It's bringing perhaps some money, additional funds to your daily life. You might be receiving more money in your work, and because of it, it's increasing your joint accounts up here. It could also be that you discover something about yourself, like very deep seated energy, and it brings this discovery, helps you transcend into a higher frequency, which brings just tons of joy and fulfillment to your day-to-day life. It's very beautiful energy. And if you want to look at the bottom of the chart, it lasts quite some time. It lasts until about the 5th, and then it kind of breaks up. And then Venus enters, of course, into your 7th house. But we'll get there when we get there. So good manifesting power this first week so far, and we've only talked about 2 things. So let's keep going. All right, oops, bring this down to the 2nd. From the 2nd of the month, Mercury is in Gemini. Back here, we're talking about this again. And this time, Mercury is sextiling Mars up in your 10th house of career. This is bold moves. This is big ideas, big changes, big action. This is, you've got a plan, Mercury, and you're going to take action in your career house. The action you take in your career house or your business that you own is bringing additional finances, good news to your 8th house of joint resources. This is you receiving some good news about maybe yourself, like you've discovered something about yourself, maybe you've discovered something about what you love to do, and it pushes you into action to build a business. 10th house energy, it pushes you into action to share it with people. This is, the 10th house is also your social reputation, so you're very driven here in this 10th house. You're ambitious, you're fueled, you're ready to go. And it all relates to career, business, and how you're perceived by others, but it's like your personal legacy. So really positive energy there. And the final thing we need to discuss for this first week of big positive transformation and good vibes is, let me get this dates moving forward toward the end of the week on the 7th, from the 7th until about the 12th. We've got Venus, once again, over. Now Venus has entered into your 7th house. Venus, the energy of love in your relationship house. Venus in Aries, squaring Pluto in your 4th house. Now, anytime you see this Venus-Pluto aspects, whether it's conjunction, sextile, square, trine, or opposition, in a birth chart, that's wealth energy. Like that's millionaire, billionaire potential for you. But if you're seeing it in transit like it is here for all of us, this is like still a potential nonetheless. Okay, so there's potential here for millionaire, billionaire energy as it relates to maybe you have a new partner, love in your partnership house, in your relationship house, and it's completely changing your home life. Your relationships are fueled with love. Maybe you're not single. Maybe you already are in an established relationship. There's a lot of love happening. Money is flowing to the both of you, and there's some good changes happening in your 4th house of home and family. Whether it is tangible, I'm buying or selling a house, we're going to a bigger house because we've extended our family, or it's starting a family, something like that. Now, there's a little bit of tension here, right? Squares are tensions. This is a catalyst for change. So when I look at it like that, if you are single, you could meet somebody, fall in love, and be moving homes, moving into their home, something like that, even with this energy in the sky. It's good for deep-seated healing. So healing within relationships, specifically family relationships, if you need to Maybe you have to heal a relationship with your mother. This is very mother coded, right? Fourth house is the mother. So maybe you're healing a relationship you have with your mother. If not, I would guess that you're probably doing something when it comes to like moving where you live because of a new relationship. Let me know in the comments below, Scorpio, what the heck you're doing. What have you got going on? And this energy is lasting, once again, until about the 12th. We'll move the chart along, and you can see by the 12th, Venus is kind of moving on. We've got Venus here at 6 degrees, yeah, a little bit further than the 12th even. Because we've got what, Pluto 3 degrees, yeah, maybe like the 12th, 14th, 15th even. So see what happens. Let me know in the comments below if that plays out for you. All right, the second week of June, moving on, I'm calling the week to get right with yourself. This is June 9th through the 15th. 9th through the 15th. And by the way, Scorpio, this is the first time I'm doing it in this format, so let me know in the comments below if you enjoy it, and it's nice to follow along. It's easier for me, so I think I'll keep giving it a try for maybe a couple more rounds and see how it goes. Okay, so the 9th through the 15th, the week to get right with yourself. We're going to start off with June 9th to the 11th. So a quick tension-filled moment in the sky. Oops. Well, I guess we'll just keep going with this. You can see here that you've got Mercury conjunct Jupiter. You've got a big idea, and it's in your 9th house of dharma. It's in your 9th house of your soul purpose, of you connecting with a big audience, of you learning something that's going to expand your life in a really powerful way. And it's in square, so a little bit of tension here with you bringing your dreams down to reality in your day-to-day life. Okay, so I don't know, it could be like, for me, it kind of just feels like a nervousness. Like, okay, I've figured out this soul mission energy. Like now I know what I'm here to do, 9th house, and it's going to change my entire reality. Now, of course, once again, squares are opportunities for your soul's growth and evolution, and you want to do it. You're ready. You've got Mercury here. You've been thinking about it. Jupiter saying, go big or go home. Let's do the damn thing. You've got Saturn in your day-to-day life giving you discipline, and you've got Neptune saying, yeah, you can make your dreams come true, but you're probably just a little nervous. But let that nervousness be fuel. Turn it into excitement and start going, Scorpio, start going. Move towards your dreams and your goals. Do not get manifestation confused. Manifestation requires action. There's a law of action in the universe, or one of the universal laws is the law of action. It states you must take action toward your dreams. Sometimes when I'm not taking action, I remind myself, nobody can do my push-ups for me. And I say, oh yeah, that means I have to go create my reality, right? Okay, so that's happening for a couple of days. And then the entire week, the 10th through the 18th, you have got Venus in Taurus. Venus down here in Taurus. By the way, Venus feels very nice and at home in Taurus. Venus rules Taurus, so this is very powerful energy here for you. Venus in Taurus, sextile. Oops, I can't, that's an awful circle, but whatever. You see Mercury in Cancer. Now, okay, if you're single, because once again, Venus in the 7th house is a house of relationships, the energy of love in your relationship house, the energy of money in your relationship house. So if you're single, Scorpio, you might be communicating with somebody from abroad. This could be like you met somebody on the internet. Maybe you went traveling, you traveled to a foreign country and you met somebody and you fell in love with them. This has something to do, maybe you are connecting with like-minded individuals, or you've decided to enroll in some sort of higher course or education, and because of it you meet somebody and you fall in love. Now if you're already in a relationship, this is you like really speaking it out big and bold and like declaring it to your person, declaring it to the world. You want to shout it from the rooftops. You're like, this is my soulmate. I love him or her so much. Whatever. It's that type of energy. And by the way, we just talked about it, Scorpio. You've got your emotions here in harmonious aspect with your thoughts and your speech here. So all you've got to do is take action. Sextiles, this aspect is the door is open, but you've got to walk through. You've got to take a little bit of action, right? So don't sleep on this energy. Watch it in the sky. Watch it move. Watch Venus and Mercury just move so nicely along. Look at that. And it just keeps going. I mean, they start to split apart. We're at Mercury's at 20, Venus is at 14. I would say they start to split apart on like the 20th, but even till the 21st, like it goes quite a ways with this manifesting energy, this love energy, this communication energy. You're flirty, you're more open, you're expansive, you're thinking big. Really beautiful energy for you, Scorpio. So I'm very excited for that. And the last thing we need to talk about on June 9th through the 15th, week two, is this little bit of tension in the sky, but it's breakthrough energy for you. We've got Uranus here in your seventh house, squaring up to Mars over here in your 10th house. So this is an energy of like really wanting to break out of a stuck rut. You perhaps might feel very stuck in some way as it relates to either your relationship, seventh house matters, or your career, perhaps both. And this energy is like something's got to give, and you feel really driven to make a change. Specifically changes as it relates to your relationships for the betterment of your career. So maybe you need to release yourself from a toxic relationship here. Uranus is the energy of dismantling what is no longer serving you so you can build something that serves you better for the long run. So there's that energy to kind of break free from a work relationship, even. Like I could see it being that you decide to move on from a job because you've got this change up relationship energy and then this movement, this action energy in your 10th house. Or maybe you're like working a job and you decide that now is the time that you're going to start building out your side hustle too. And like the job is just not enough anymore. Maybe it doesn't fulfill you, it doesn't pay you enough, whatever. And you're like, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. It could be that as well. And it's very empowering. So don't let this tension get you down. Use it once again as fuel to your fire. Okay. All right. What an awesome, awesome horoscope for you, Scorpio. I'm loving this month for everybody. And this is just so amazing. All right, let's go to week number 3. I'm calling the week to go big or go home. Don't go home, go big. I'm going big. If you need help going big, I do host a collective called the Cosmic Collective, and we are all building out our lives, connecting with our higher selves, just totally expanding. It's such a powerful place. So if you're struggling with empowerment, insecurity, confidence issues, check out the description box below. You can find out more details. Okay, the 17th through the 22nd, there's only one thing to talk about this week, week 3, and that is you've got Jupiter in Cancer, and you've got sextile Mars in Virgo. Let me move this along a little bit so you can see Mars is for sure in Virgo. Mars just entering into Virgo. Once again, a sextile, take action, right? Now here, this is your abundance energy in your 9th house of expansion. Like this is you really just expanding your life, releasing yourself from limiting beliefs, taking off the chains that are holding you back, allowing your abundance to flow in rather than resisting it. And now you are focused in here in your 11th house of friends, groups, and organizations you belong to. You might decide to create your own group at this time. You might become a leader of a group at this time. Maybe your people are looking to you to lead something, maybe your friends. It's a time where you're going to be feeling very authentic. And because you step into this authenticity, this taking action to really be your true self, you are going to expand your life in some way. Um, this is the energy of really taking big, bold action. Big, bold action as it relates to your authentic energy, as it relates to the groups you belong to, as it relates to your friends, as it relates to perhaps finding benefactors or allies that want to support you in your vision monetarily, right? Jupiter, the planet of kind of like abundance, kind of money, kind of ties in there too. So we'll have to see how that plays out for you. Let me know once again. I'm always so curious to see how things play out for everybody when I do these horoscopes. All right, Scorpio, finally, week 4, June 23rd to the 30th. I'm calling the week to manifest it all. It all. It all in capital letters. All right, let's start off by looking right here up at the top of the chart. You've got a Jupiter cazimi, and this is what a cazimi is when a planet enters into the heart of the sun, or it appears that way anyway, and it is the energy of like serious amplification. Well, Jupiter is already the planet of abundance, expansion, optimism, and now it's being amplified. Like, holy cow, could it get any better? And by the way, it's in your house of expansion in your house of higher wisdom, higher knowledge, higher education, of understanding yourself at a deeper spiritual level, understanding your soul mission, stepping onto your soul mission. This is the energy of you connecting with people from foreign lands, really getting yourself out there far and wide, like, and opening yourself up to receive. So let that be what it is. But it gets even better because then on the 25th, you've got oops, let's go back this way. Then on the 25th, look at that. The new moon is also there as well. And so if you're not doing the big bold action on the 24th, fine, whatever, blast it out to the universe on the 25th. Insist to God, Source, Universe, Creator what it is you want. Require it of God, Source, Universe, Creator. Command it. Because when you declare out your manifestations in a very conviction type energy, when you're really clear and concise about what it is you want, the universe knows what to deliver to you, right? It's only when you're a little bit shaky, a little bit hesitant, like, oh, I don't know. And this is not a time to play small, Scorpio. This is your dharma. This is your soul mission. So light it up. Choose you. Step onto your soul mission. Step onto your soul path. If you're curious about what that is, I do write astrology reports. You can find those at lindsaywithlove.com, and I can help you understand that a little bit more. All right, 2 more things to discuss, and then I'm setting you free, Scorpio. Thanks for being with me. Let me know if you enjoyed it in the comments below. From the 26th to the 30th, we have 2 things to discuss. First, we have this Neptune-Saturn conjunction here, trining Mercury in Leo. Where Mercury in Leo? All the way up here. You are ready to declare something new, communication, intellects, thoughts around your career, 10th house matters, around a business, around your personal legacy, the social reputation you're building, and it's flowing very nicely with the way that you want your daily dream life to be. It's almost like maybe you're finally having the confidence or courage to say, like, this is who I am. Maybe you're a healer. If you're a healer, maybe you're declaring that. Maybe you're starting your healing business, maybe something spiritual. This 6th house is very like healer vibes. So you're ready. You're ready to tell people you're not afraid. And you could also be receiving like guidance or some news or something, some sort of communication from your job, from your business. Maybe somebody's talking to you about like how to make this dream life come true. So stay tuned and stay aware during this time from the 26th to the 30th as it relates to that sextile. Or sorry, as it relates to that trine. Okay, finally. We got Mercury up here in your 10th house. Let's bring this a little bit further so we can see that Mercury really is in the 10th. There we go. Mercury in the 10th house. We'll bring it to the 27th so that it's even better. Mercury in the 10th. Opposite Pluto, oops, Pluto down here in the 4th. I'm letting my perfectionist tendencies go, Scorpio, so that line is going to stay the way it is. So here you are having a bit of an internal struggle, a little bit of a push and pull between the next steps to take in your career, the business that you might be building, how much to share on social media or on some social platform. And it's kind of like work-life balance. There's like a tug and pull here, right? Because you've got Mercury in the 10th, Pluto in the 4th house of family. I know I said I wasn't going to draw the line again, but I just did. Oh, Lindsay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop for today. It's been a long day of filming. So it's like, you don't know. You're maybe trying to find the balance. There's some healing maybe that could be done, some family healing. Maybe you're helping, maybe you're gonna like go on social media and you're gonna start helping. One of your ideas is maybe to start helping people like heal their families or something. You've got this Pluto energy, mother energy in the 4th house of change, rebirth, regeneration, growth, healing. And you're like, do I say it? Do I not? Do I tell the world like about this family stuff or do I not? And it's like you feel compelled to for some reason. Maybe you have to talk to your career. Maybe there's something going on in the home and you have to tell your boss and you're a little bit nervous to tell your boss. It could even be that. But looking at this in the very highest vibration, this is you having very powerful words. Like, this is power behind your words. So be mindful of the words you're speaking toward the end of the month, because remember, your words do manifest and help you create your reality.